Yeah, one thing I should have checked before I started the stream is that the capture card was working. Definitely should have checked that.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
Never mind, alas, here we are. Here we are in the pre-stream. Welcome to the pre-stream, ladies and gents. And we're just about ready to go. Even though there's one less person than there was a second ago in the lobby. Unless it was you.
Go and quickly fill up my drink while I can.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, lad. We'll be getting underway very soon, ladies and gents. Just waiting for the last people to get in. Oh dear. What a difference a week makes. Ugh. Hello everyone in the chat. Hello. Yeah, difference a week makes. I can actually talk this week, so that's always nice. I did miss out on, well, at least half of a fantastic backer race last week. But here we are, this week. It's a new week, it's a new track, and yeah, we're just about ready to go. Any minute now. Any minute now. Any minute now. It's probably a good time to check the capture card works, actually. Oh, that's the wrong screen. But yes, it does appear to be working. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else. Welcome to Fair Play Racing League. Tonight, bringing you action from Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve in Canada, of course. Now, tonight we have the Tier 1s, as we do every other Thursday night. And, well, as almost always, I should say. I am your host this evening, David Lolface. My co-commentator has just gone to refill his drink, but he'll be back in a minute. It's a familiar voice. I'm sure you'll all recognise him. So we're just waiting for the lobby to load in now. Looks like a couple of people have walked away, so they're stuck on their tyre choice. Thank you very much for making us wait. Feel the power. Tell you what,
returned.
He forgets to check in, and then he doesn't press A at the tyre selection screen. Shocking, isn't it, Gary?
Yeah.
And of course, oh, well, I'm going to quickly introduce my co-coms, who I'm sure you all recognise already. So, welcome to the stream, Silverside Boy.
Hello.
AKA Gary, AKA Gaza, AKA Gaznado. And for those of you with two eye, well, at least one eye in your head, will see that it raining.
Oh, someone's not going to enjoy this. This is not going to be a fun session.
Well, I'd imagine there's probably quite a few of them. Hirsch, meanwhile, is going out straight away. First to get to grips with this track, eager for some airtime, I'm sure. As Alfie retires due to having a qualifying ban and being Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So, how are you doing, Gary? How is your day going so far?
I can well admit my throat's a little bit, voice is a bit croaky after last night's commentary. After doing it on my own for the entire hour and a half. But other than that, I feel quite good.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, at least it was only a short quali last night. But yeah, no wonder your voice is croaky. It was definitely an exciting race to watch last night.
That's not entirely true. I think the middle stint of the race was, I think it was just people just sitting behind each other.
Okay.
For people to make mistakes.
It was an exciting conclusion to last night's race, wasn't it, Gary? You dick.
Yeah. I've been told and made aware by Dave. Hirsch goes for Tokyo Drift for the final corner. That I missed his drag to the line.
Yeah,
yourself, David.
You absolutely did. So yeah, just over 2 temps separating. It was 5th to 7th, I think, in the end. But between 5th and 6th, just 23 thousandths. That's myself and TS9. Definitely a nice little photo finish. Oh, unfortunately, I did come out on the losing side of that. But it was exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, there was. If there's one thing that I can say around here, is penalties are gonna be a gore. A gore. How do you pronounce it? I think that's how you pronounce it. There's gonna be loads of penalties.
Penalties galore.
I think Reese B07 can agree with that completely. I think he ended the race at the end with 25 seconds of time penalties.
And still managed to come 7th.
Yep. He did finish 4th, but finished 7th after 25 seconds of time penalty. That's still quite impressive.
Yeah, not bad indeed. So it looks like Hirsch, woo, just squirrely out there. It comes across the line with 124. I'm sure that's not setting the fastest lap of the session. I'm sure. I think the next man down the track will be Groundsy. Oh, okay. I was about to say a lot smoother until he lost his rear through the last corner.
As you can see in the background, his front wing's just on the floor.
Oh, Nocco's invalidated.
Oh, that's going to be an utter pain in the backside. I know.
And that was your friend. Lap.
I know Fish Sticks was having that same problem, and Locker was having the same problems yesterday with the final corner. Still don't like that Ferrari livery. I'm not, to be honest,
I'm not a big fan myself.
I wish it was just 3 with red highlights.
Yeah, I don't mind the Ferrari on the rear wing. It does stand out a little bit.
Make that red and black. The whiting red, the wing black, the main body of the car yellow, and that little thin bit they've got where the yellow is, turn that red. It's like flip the colours around.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely not keen on the yellow number on the front. But yes, there goes Object Fungus. He puts himself in the lead by 1.3 seconds. Which, to be fair, isn't that much considering we watched Hirsch's lap and it didn't look great from Hirsch. So maybe
Object doesn't like full wet conditions.
To be fair, not many people do, especially in the wet. Well, yeah, especially in this game, I should say. We've got his teammate coming through now, starting his first flying lap after the invalidation. The double invalidation, I should say.
Oh, I've just been made aware that we do have a new driver that's here. That's making their debut. Or should I say her debut.
Their debut.
Spoiled it.
I
Their
don't
debut.
know. We don't know.
No. It's the McLaren.
I'm really looking forward to you butchering this name.
Poina? I want to call it Poe.
I'm going to call her...
Maybe I just...
Or him Poe. I'm going to call him Poe.
Or her.
Gender neutral.
Yeah, gender neutral. We're going to call them Poe. There you go.
Okay. And they are, of course, occupying the McLaren, the second McLaren tonight. Next to full-timer Drobel. At the moment, got himself in 5th position with a 25 dead. 6th position with a 25 dead. And
Drobel's going to be looking for a better result this week. I can tell you that.
So, how has it been going for Drobel recently?
Well, he did his first race in Azerbaijan in McLaren and made a catastrophic misbrake and hit the side of Nocco, giving Nocco side pod damage. I know Drobel actually got a 5-second penalty by the stewards after the races. Drobel's going for a bit of Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
So
impressively caught.
It could have gone better. It could have been better for Drobel, but I know the pace.
Yeah. And Dark Gopher this week going for a name change, it seems. So ETNL Gopher. Probably going to still call him Dark Gopher. But yeah, that's also something worth noting, as the URC has followed. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Welcome to Fair Play Racing League. Hope you enjoy the stream. So, who else have we got at the moment? There's a lot of red when I'm going through these drivers.
Yeah, Poe is coming through the final corner now, up to the line. They're gonna go 5th fastest.
Yeah, not bad.
6/10 off.
Yeah, not bad. I think the track will be improving, but it doesn't look like it's improving by that much. We've still got 9 minutes left to go, as a couple of drivers putting in quicker times. So AMS Drive initially splitting the Ferraris, then Lexus and Magyus are both putting themselves in between Object and Nocco. Of course, the runaway leaders of the constructors in Tier 1. And Object, the championship leader at the moment, by just a few points.
You've seen Hirsch in the chat. I want pole.
Hirsch does want pole. Well, that's a rather personal statement to make, Hirsch. Although it is, yeah, it's P6. We'll say he's going back out on the same wets. We'll see if he can deliver on what he wants in the chat.
If there's a sorry sight for myself to see, it's to see Maggie's in that Aston Martin. I'm so used to Maggie's have been in the McLaren. Now he's in the enemy team. Hopefully Aston Martin can have a bit of a stinker weekend.
Yeah, of course, Aston Martin probably second to Ferrari in the overall constructors. I think they're definitely doing well. They're certainly going well in Tier 2. They've got a championship leader, and they did have Revengezilla, but he has since gone up to Tier 1. He's not racing tonight because Canada's awful and nobody likes Canada. But yeah, let's.
I've got these overall constructors up on my iPad. Ferrari were 493 after only 8 races.
It's
Which
good,
is just
isn't it?
incredible. Yeah, it's incredible. You're not saying too much because, to be fair, Diamond and Object have got most of those points.
Go away. It's a team effort.
But Aston Martin with 389, Mercedes in third with 312, and then the mighty McLaren with 267. So we are quite far behind the Ferrari. But I would not like to be part of the Williams team. They have 98.
98 points. Well, this man here is going to hope he can make that difference in the Williams team. We've got Hirsch, who
Oh, sorry, Hirsch.
is now coming towards the dreaded final chicane, and there's the invalidation. I'm not taking credit for that, or the blame, I should say, rather than the credit. One thing I will say is there's just 5.5 minutes left in Q1. I think it's quite amazing that we've had no one bin it. As I started saying that, and then Tornado got a right wobble on, and I thought I'm not going to say it until he's straightened himself out. Of course, we do have a
he's got another one.
We do have a quali ban, so that's technically not a DNF. Well, it's not a crash out anyway. Oh, yeah, Tornado really struggling with the grip on these tyres. Might be a little bit too warm. I think that's more down to his driving than anything else. You look at all the puddles, it's definitely not getting towards the intermediate weather, I don't think. Although maybe if you're near the bottom, you might want to give it a go. I think it'd be suicide personally, but
there is one thing that I need to shout out. It's force majeure. I need to shout out force majeure. Don't know if you noticed, David.
He got his first
points.
Ended
his curse. Yes,
yeah.
In 2 seasons, he ended his curse.
Yeah, he did. He picked up some very good points. I think, was it P8 he got in the end?
P9.
Well, that's still...
Got 2 points.
Yep, 2 points for the McLaren driver last night. Really good perseverance from that man. Rarely ever misses a race as well.
He was ecstatic in the McLaren chat, though.
I'm not surprised. He's a real fan favourite. He's certainly. Well, he's been around just as long as I have, pretty much, in the league, and yeah, we like to see him do well. This will be Beamer Boy coming in. Got AMS Drive now. Who's I don't know if he's on a hot lap or not.
It's nice to see AMS Drive back.
Yeah, things you'd definitely love to see is that man's name on the check-in. We welcome him back with open arms. He's missed the past couple of races, but really glad to see him back. And yeah, let's hope he's got a good race in him tonight. He is the teammate of Hirsch tonight. So, yep, that's a good lineup for Williams. Let's see how well they go. The drive comes across the line. It was probably a warm-up lap more than anything else.
Probably the best thing to do is get the tyres warmed up by just doing a somewhat of a quick lap, because you can't really weave and do like you normally do in the dry. because you're just going to bin it that way.
Yeah. As
The 10th up.
he's just driving so carefully and so precisely, and yeah, it looks really nice and clean from AMS Drive as he comes towards this tricky right left, keeps it nicely between the lines, and now works his way up to the hairpin. Now in the wet, I think it's good to go a little bit wide to start with and cut in for a late apex. Looks like he did a very similar line to that, so it will give him the best straight line speed as he comes towards the braking zone. Let's have a first person look at the last corners. Does it cleanly, comes to the line, and it's P4 for AMS Drive.
Yeah, I know AMS Drive said he was struggling at the start of the season. He was here. He was struggling with the game. Just couldn't get the hand of it, but he must have been putting some practice in as drivers were tried in the pits.
Yeah, and I do say that AMS Drive is in P4, but do you want to see how close the top 5, 6 are, Gary?
Hang on a minute. Leader, oh my god, it's half a tenth. Jesus Christ.
Oh, and there goes Brookie to spoil the party, as the track does improve over the session, of course. Yeah, Hirsch said 7 temps up and he ran out of fuel. Oh, there you go, Tornado putting in a lap. A change of fortunes from earlier. And we'll see his teammate Fliniesta hop over the curb there. I'm not quite sure how he didn't invalidate that.
I'm on board the Collateral Lads, and he is 19th. So this is his one attempt to... he's going to have to beat a... Oh, hang on a minute, I've got the wrong times now, haven't I? There you go. He's going to have to beat 1:20.
Oh, Beamer Boys binned it. Sorry, Gary. So you go down the final straight, then comes Collateral Ads. I did take a drink for Gary mentioning him, by the way. Gets around the last corner fairly safely. And let's see what time he puts in. Puts in P8. Good lap in the end. Monkey Boy, in the meantime, is not looking great. He's P19. He got himself a cheeky little toe there from Brookie. So how's your nerves, Monkey? Comes around the last corner, doesn't bin it, goes to the line, gets another cheeky draft. Ooh. Coming to the line, and he goes P2. Great lap in the end there from Monkey Boy. With a little bit of assistance. So there you have it then.
Where was this Dan Curtis when I had him as an F2 teammate last season? Where was he? Where was this Dan Curtis?
Well, he was clearly practicing at Canada is where he was.
To be fair, he has been off all this week, so he's had a lot of time to practice for this race.
Well, that's a little bit harsh, to be fair.
Well, no, I was speaking to him earlier. He said he's had a lot of practice adjusting the setup to his liking, finding the right tyre pressures for the race.
Yep. There you go, that's the end of Q1. And I tell you what, the man who said he wanted pole is out in Q1. Not ideal there.
Poe is out.
Yep, so losing out in Q1 then, we've got Alfie serving his quali ban, Mag User in the Aston Martin, Lexus in the Red Bull, Hirsch in the Williams, Poe in the McLaren, and the other Aston Martin of Beamer Boy. 23.5 He was less than 3/10 off qualifying, and less than a second away from pole. So really, really close in the changeable conditions. Really nice stuff from the Tier 1 lads. And here we are at the beginning of Q2. It looks like it's dried up a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if not straight away, we'll very quickly see intermediate tyres. And there you have it. Everyone selects inters. However, if it's going to get dry very quickly, we could be in for a very, very boring few minutes. Oh, there you go. There's a couple coming out of the garage. And just to help Hammer go. There you go. That's eased Gary's mind. Thank you, Poe. Hope you don't mind the nickname, because I am no good at funky names. So interestingly, everyone out on inters, it looks like Groundsy has selected the wets. What can you say about that?
Need to get on someone outboard on a lap. Well, at the front to try and see what the sprays are like.
Well, I've just seen Hirsch have a bit of a wobble there.
Yeah, but the tyres are going to be still cold, still warming up, as he locks up heavily into the hairpin.
Well, that'll do it. That will definitely do it.
I do think by the end of this session we may have some people maybe testing out the dries. From what it looks like, the rain speed, like the heaviness, it does look like it's at that point where it is close to changing. I'm going to look stupid if I'm wrong.
Yeah, we'll see if the rain changes. It definitely looks like the track conditions are improving as AMS Drive flies around the first sector here. Got to watch the traction coming around that corner. Do you see, even in fifth gear, the car wanted to turn right there, and now he comes through that tricky right left in the middle sector. Navigates it pretty well, and now the big braking zone of the hairpin now coming out of that, nice and tidy. A little bit of glitchy graphics there for everyone at home. Hope you all enjoyed that. So now through the last corner comes Drive. He'll be the only Williams in Q2 tonight, but what time can he do? And there you go, 1:18.5. So already 4-second improvement from Q1.
Knocko's up next.
So let's move to the Ferrari driver. He does come across the line. I did miss it. It's an 18.8.
Objects next.
And there you go. That's an 18.3 for Object. Good lap from the Ferrari man.
Bookie's just invalidated through the final set of corners.
Well, this and next for Brookie. As the times do start to fall. It's a 1:18.2 for Drobel in the McLaren.
Yeah, for McLaren.
Indeed. Yeah, I definitely can think about starting to agree with you there, Gary, because the sky does look to be fairly bright. I don't know whether that means it'll be by the end of Q2 or not.
Well, you were watching obviously last week in Azerbaijan, and obviously whenever we all switched over to the dry tyres, because I watched about, I know you and I think was it you and Monkey, was it last week? No, it was Cruz, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Yes. You both said, "Oh, I don't think it's dry enough." And then how quick it dried up after one lap after that safety car restart. So I reckon the track's going to dry up very quickly around here. Much quicker than expected. It's probably better if there's still some puddles going on to still just go out on a set of dries, because by the time you do your second lap, it's dry enough. It's probably dry enough, good enough conditions to be on those dry tyres because of how quick it dries up in this game.
Oh, Brookie's out. Brookie's binned it on the exit of turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever corner that is. 7? 6? I don't know how they count corners here.
5, 6. It's 7.
I'll take your word for it. Monkey Boy gonna start his flying lap then. I know it will favour him as the track gets drier and drier. And let's have a look as he navigates his way through the rest of Sector 1. Very tentative there through turns 3 and 4. And now slowing down. Very, very hesitant on the throttle, as he should be. Has now very nicely turned into turn 8 then, and comfortable through 9. Spot your braking point for the hairpin. Gets turned in nice and early. Not the best exit then, as he comes down the back straight in the Alpine. Pulls over to the left nice and early. Let's see him go through this final corner then. A little bit tentative around there. AMS Drive does go quick as Monkey Boy now across the line. That's only a P8 for the Monkey Man.
He wasn't. I was going to make a joke and say, when you said starts out, I was going to say, everyone hold on to your monkey nuts. We're going for a journey or something like that. I've just seen Brookie in the chat going, "That's so stupid, man. Groundsy smacks into the wall and I tap it and I'm out."
Seems legit. Speaking of Groundsy, coming through the final corner now, very tentative.
Invalidated this next lap, I think.
No, that was last lap. He invalidated.
Oh, right.
So that'll be probably why he was so tentative, but away he goes on his fast one now then. Have you heard from Ads?
From
Ads 2? Yes.
No. Why?
He's supposed to be joining late.
He's already here. He's in 5th, mate.
Good. I'm very glad we pointed that out. I did wonder if you were going to spot that or not. My deliberate mistake.
David, he was in the lobby before we even started.
Mm-hmm.
He joined literally at the start of session 1.
Don't care. You're wrong. I'm right.
I don't think that's true.
I think it's very true. So anyway, 5 3/4 minutes to go here in Q2 then. At the moment, we've got Object Fungus, who's just been pipped by his teammate. He's now coming down the back straight into the final turn. Let's see how well he does it. Nice and smooth. And now the final push to the line. There you go. A 117.4 puts
I
him
really don't want to
in first.
I really don't want to interview another Ferrari driver.
He's jealous, ladies and gents. He is absolutely jealous.
No, not really. I'm part of my favourite team, so
Yeah.
I'm happy when I can.
Ads looks like he was all out of shape going into the final corner there. Comes across the line for P7, but he will need to go better than that, no doubt, as Noko does go faster than his teammate by about 300ths of a second. Very, very fine margins here at the top of Tier 1 as the yellows are out for... It's not Henkers, that is Feel the Power. Going a little bit slow, probably just... Not sure what he's doing. I think he might be gathering some ERS.
Or he might be trying to get temps in his rear tyres to try and wheel spin it up.
Oh, a little bit of lag there, but it looked like he took that very, very well. I'll just do the same again next lap. I'm not too sure, unless he does a little bit of ERS saving, whether or not he'll be able to complete this lap with ERS. Even in the rain, ERS is very hard to recover here.
It just me, or is his suspension bopping up and down?
I think his car's bopping a little bit, to be honest.
Go on board with him, look at his suspension, it's just going whoop, 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 just jumping.
It is, it's having a little rave.
That's active suspension.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's illegal, isn't it?
So if he goes faster, we've got to... We'll delete his time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's had a massive lock-up. You can see how long he locked up there.
No, because I was on board. I was too busy tuning into the rave. Well, here he comes.
Oh.
Straight into the pits at full speed. Fantastic stuff. Just don't do it in the race. Yeah, so we've got Henkers now, currently sitting in P11 and 19.3 to beat. He comes towards the last corner. Got the first part almost perfectly. A little bit late turning into the second, but across the line he comes. He improves to P10. Next across the line will be Gopher, but I think he's down on his time. And he goes 4.5 tenths down, but he's on a new flying lap. 1 minute 45 to go. We'll have a look as Monkey is 700ths down. Has Groundsy dropped it? No, he's retired coming into the pits. Well, that's probably because he couldn't do anything else. That adds, if he's not coming out, was he being blocked by his ads being blocked in the pit lane?
Ads 2 or collateral ads?
Collateral ads. Is he being blocked? I don't know. Or was he coming
no, Monkey's
in?
out on track.
Yeah, I know, but whoever's the team next in the garage.
I can't see anybody blocking it.
Well, Monkey's warming up his tyres to go again. Didn't like that lap too much. So let's see what he's got. Out of the final corner. And off he goes. What will be his final lap for Q2. Gopher comes across the line, goes P10. And Collateral Ads is officially out then. As AMS Drive goes fastest. So 1:17.2. Are we going to see a 16? Possibly. I'm not sure. The Tornado is 2 3/4 tenths up at the moment, and that won't be enough to get him into the 16s, but it will very much get him a few vital tenths away from the drop zone. So Tornado now through the last corner, invalidates, and now is at the whim of Gopher, Henkers and Monkey. Let's have a look at Monkey, or Henkers even, as he comes across the line. Big balls there through the final corner. And what can Henkers do? Henkers goes P9, Monkey Boy right behind. He stays P13.
Did improve by 4 tenths, but had an awful final through the final chicane on the exit. He got it all wrong.
Oh wow. So there you go. That's the 4 going out in this session then. We've got Gopher, Collateral Ads, Monkey Boy, and of course Brookie, who had the unfortunate incident earlier on in the session. At this corner here, we're just watching Gopher go around now. No wheel to let you know. No wheel on the track left there to let us all know where he did bin it. But here we are then. Just waiting for Iniesta to finish going into the pits, I suppose. There you go. Well, that's Q2 over, Gary.
I reckon, as I just saw before we ended the session, the rain actually stopped. There is no rain. So
you can see it on your background image at the moment. It does look like there's no rain. So you think we're going to see some dry tyres in Q3 then?
Excellent.
Oh, you had it here.
Definitely.
First, put your bets down. Dry running in Q3, says the Gaznado. And I don't want to bet against him, to be honest.
I'm usually right.
Well, that's debatable. But anyway, yeah, losing. We've lost 4 more from the roster, and it's still looking very, very soggy out there. It's not raining, although maybe that was just the lighting. It definitely looks a lot drier now that everything's popped in.
There's a few puddles off the racing line, but those will disappear very quickly once cars go around.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see, the game has pre-picked soft tyres for everyone then.
That means it's definitely dry enough. I don't know if it's the best idea to go out straight away. I reckon maybe leaving it
still a couple of drops of rain. Interestingly. So if you go on board, I don't know whether that was just coming out of the pits or not. No, yeah, there's definitely still a couple of drops of rain. But as you can see, AMS Drive has traction on those soft tyres.
Oh, we've got a question for us, by the way. By TS9, by the way.
It doesn't look like a question, but... Oh, there you go. Okay.
Is Fungus going to lose his winning streak again now that Drive's back?
Now, that's an interesting question. Of course, Object Fungus has been leading the way almost the entire championship, if not the entire championship. But with AMS Drive now back in the standings, I think he's got another competitor And yeah, whether or not he will displace him, we'll see soon enough, as AMS goes very, very close to the wall. The champion's there on his way to starting the first lap of Q3. You can see straight away the car's so much quicker on these slicks. And now coming towards the end of Q1. Looked like he might have just grazed the wall just a little bit. But that's a 19.6 from AMS for Sector 1. So hugs the inside on his way into the end of Sector 2. Comes across the line. It's a 41.795 split. As he goes a little bit wide at the hairpin. But that won't bother him too much. As he opens...
Be careful, there's some traffic on front of him.
I'm sure they can... They'll be out of the way. He might even get a little bit of a tow onto the line. He opts not to go for it, and there you go. That's a 110.2 from AMS Drive. Great lap. Fliniesta goes second.
Faster than my time trial.
Nocco has invalidated, and so is Object Fungus.
Object's in. Another set of tyres. Out he goes.
Of course, why not? You've got all the tyres in the world.
Comes Drobel. $110.7 for Drobel. Now Henkers has abandoned his lap. Even though he didn't invalidate, his teammate Field the Power has invalidated as well. As 2 has come in, so yeah. Where is Groundsy? Groundsy's invalidated.
Yeah, looks like drivers were struggling. But we'll see as Groundsy goes again. Cool. Oh, Nocco's gone fastest.
What I have not seen anyone take that last sector, that final chicane, any better than any. He's taken that final section better than anybody else I've seen today.
It came out eventually. So there you have it. Nocco goes 1/10 clear. Well, less than 1/10, about 8/10 clear, 7.5 clear, 7/10 clear. There you go.
Yeah, it finally came out, did it, David?
Yeah. Excuse me.
David is still technically ill.
Yeah, and I've gone a little bit hard through qualifying, to be fair. Groundsy goes P4. That's not a bad lap from him, as the other drivers make their way out to their second lap and presumably their second set of softs. Groundsy's actually quicker through Sector 1. I mean, there's no way he'll take the ERS to the end of the lap, but he's definitely got pace. He's definitely got more time on the table. So, Object Fungus is on a lap. Bailed out of his first one. He's gone again. And let's see then as he navigates through those corners very nicely indeed, through 6 and 7, and now up towards 8, turns in very nicely indeed. Now for the hairpin, wide entry, decent exit as he powers his way down the back straight.
Oh, right. I was quickly having a drink. I gave myself a drink.
No, thank you very much.
Wet your whistle. Yeah, no, Object 3 tenths away from his teammate. And Zox has validated his next lap. I did notice Gramsci would have had enough battery to the end. Enker's a 1:11.2, so Tornado's about 2 laps back to back. Feel the power that's coming through the final sector to set his first valid lap, and he is going down, and he goes fastest. The track is starting to dry up now. This is the point as the sun has come out in Montreal.
Yeah, what a lap that is. And feel the power. And let's see what the other drivers have in response.
Oh, Iniesta's gone around. Got front wing damage.
That just invalidates his lap. Whew, Neddy. It's all excitement, it's all go. Then in Q3 we've got just over 3 minutes left. And Ads comes into the pits to get himself onto a new fresh set of softs, and he will have one run.
Do the business.
Right, so Tornado then on his out lap.
Here comes Groundsy for the final sector. Wow.
Opting for fourth through the final chicane then. And that's it's not the fastest way. A little bit tentative. He's definitely got some time in there. But he's P6 regardless. Let's follow Tornado as he comes through the final corner to start his flying lap. Haven't seen anyone invalidate at turn 1 so far, so that's good. Admittedly, I've only ever seen myself invalidate at turn 1, but it is still nice to see nobody else doing it. Gary.
What?
Nothing, it's fine.
I just said yeah, because I don't think I've ever invalidated personally myself at turn 1.
Well, personally, what I'll say to that is you're not cutting enough of it.
Well, there's your problem. You're cutting it too much.
Yeah, but if you don't push the limits, then what are you going to do?
Tornado invalidates his lap. He is going to be out quite.
Well,
Q3
anyway.
It's going to be not set time at all because he won't get around. Managed to make it through. Whoa! It's right for the world champion.
It's a big commit there, and that's a P5 for Tornado. Good lap from that man.
A little bit under pressure. Tornado has been. Was that there? Sorry.
Nocco, the pole sitter, has retired in the pits, and that's leaving it for everyone else to have a go.
Object's got to gain 6 tenths on his last attempt. He wants to get this pole. He's going to have to move it It's only got 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Should get across the line in
He'll
time.
make it nice and easy.
Far behind of Abs. Brownsy is going to go for another one. Brownsy is the last person on his lap.
That's Tornado. Tornado will be finishing up. So let's jump on with AMS Drive, who's 1 3/4 attempts up going into the last sector. This would take him into around second. Very neatly done. And hugs the wall to the line, and that's a 109.89. 9 thousandths in it. And feel the power's gone faster. He's on 109.7. Now what
Object
can... I'll have a look at Drobel as he goes through the final corner first.
Object Fungus is invalidated.
Oh no, Drobel goes up to P4. Grousey comes across the line. He does improve but doesn't go into 6th. So there you have it. Adds to not managing to get in a valid lap.
I think that's Feel the Power's first ever pole.
I believe it is.
And I think Nocco was a little bit too confident at the end there.
Either that or he couldn't get out in time.
And it's also it's double disaster for the Ferraris.
I wouldn't call that a disaster personally.
So it's
Second and fifth.
It's a bit of a disaster for Object Fungus.
Yeah, a little bit. But there's still 35 laps to go. Oh.
Shot the quality results.
Up we go. Ooh.
Oh.
So I'm still
obviously
a little bit COVIDed up. So I might try and talk less for the race.
Okay. Well, my voice is struggling as well. That's why I've got 2 bottles of water.
Yeah, I think I might go and get myself a refill in between the race. Well, just before.
Oh, it's bone bloody dry.
Bone bloody dry.
I had to watch a 35 bloody fish train yesterday.
All aboard the fish train.
Also, you've been redeemed a drink by Yorkie.
I will grab that very soon. But in the meantime, I'm gonna run a quick ad break. Can I run an ad break? Is that a good idea, Gary? Let's run
you can do that.
Let's run an ad break. Boop.
Oh, Object Funky's gone on softs. That's a brave man. He's going to have to go to now a 2-stop. Yep. Just quickly, because I know David forgot to do the pole for pole.
Fuck off. Oh shit.
Shame on him. And I know he can hear me. Let's see who the chat thinks that's going to be the podium's going to be. See what the chat thinks. As we wait for the host to choose when they're ready to start the countdown. Very good that all the drivers haven't readied up early. Wish the other tiers would do the same. That's fine, everyone else. Yeah, but not in all the other races. Haven't been. It's always been someone who's ready that early, namely Reese, MC. Hopefully, no one gets a jump start like Willy Bum yesterday off P2. Pretty much ruined his entire race. That did for the Aston Martin driver. So seems like the host is holding us for a very long time here. Oh, they can go. They can go. It's only a formation there. Oh, speaking. Oh, my yeah. Oh, I don't know if anyone watched the first of the first race of the esports championship. Lucas Blakely doing the double in the McLaren. Absolutely, what has wiped the field. Basically done a prime Jarno Opmeer to everybody. That man is incredibly quick. And I think Jarno finished actually sixth. Yeah, and
Can he do it in a cold night in Stoke, though?
well, at the moment, Jarno Opmeer can't even do it. Jarno Opmeer can't even play this game at the moment. I've been watching. I follow him on YouTube and
Wasn't he
watching his.
P2?
The race I saw, the highlights I saw, he started sixth.
I thought he finished P2.
Did he finish P2? But
A couple of people fighting behind him. I saw like the last lap.
yeah, but you think Jarno Opmeer is a two-time esports champion, and he's done.
So what?
He's done it.
I'm a one-time FPRL race winner. It means fuck all.
Yeah, that's gonna be a while before that happens again. I can't really say much.
Fuck off, Gary.
I haven't got one yet. I haven't got one yet.
It's because you're too dirty a driver, mate. Anyway,
thanks.
We're about to go for the formation lap, and I'm about to have a wee while Gary takes you through the grid.
I fucking feel the Baltae's cards just like boop, 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 as it's going on. He's still having a race. Ads has been disqualified. How has that happened? Okay, so in last place at the back of the field, having a quali ban is FGE Alfie. In P19, it's the reserve driver of Mag User, the last year's Tier 2 champion. In P18, we have Lexus in the Red Bull. We then in P17, the man who thought he was going to get pole, our Season 2 Tier 1 champion, Hirsch. In P16, we have the new driver of Paulina, I'm going to call Paulina, in the McLaren. In P15, we got Beamer Boy, just missing out on Q2. Unfortunately, dropping it at the end of Q1. In P14, we have Brookie Min, who dropped it, unfortunately, at the start of Q2. Gonna have to make his way back up the field. P13, first of the Alpines, is Monkey Boy, as 2 has dropped it. P12, we've got Kratawad, who's been disqualified. P10 is Ads 2, who's just spinning. In P... Oh, did I miss Gopher? Sorry. In P11 is Gopher. P10 is Ads 2. P9 is Henkers. P8 is Finiesta. P7 is Groundsy. P6 Tornado. P5 our championship leader of Object Fungus. With P4 is Droval. P3 is the returning AMS Drive.
Up the drive.
P2 up the drive. Up the Toby Hill. P2 is Noko Got in the second of those Ferraris. And qualifying his teammate again. And then P1, the shock pole of Phil.
His car's going sideways.
He's going sideways?
His car looked like it was going sideways onto the grid.
Oh yeah, I see it.
He's still got that music blaring in the cockpit.
He's doing a Lando Norris. You know where Lando Norris is in the car, isn't he?
AMS
Have you
Drive
seen
is a
Drive?
very funny angle. Is he going
What did he
down
do?
the inside into turn 1, do we think? Let's try and get a half decent angle for the start as away they go. It looks like feels.
Let's go down the inside.
Oh,
You're right.
yep, and Nocco got the best start of all, and he's now into the lead on those soft tyres. That's the wrong graphic. Yeah, definitely a big split between the softs and the hards. And the mediums, of course. Very bold from some of the drivers to go for the softs. But the hards, I tell you what, they're not too bad around here.
Oh, we've got a spinner at the back.
Yes.
Rover. But he looks okay. Oh, he's got a bit of... No, he's okay, sorry. Wow.
Ah,
One lap.
fantastic stuff on collateral ads. As he picks up a 3-second time penalty. You know he's genuinely not done that by himself when it happens this early into the race. Monkey Boy making good grounds. He's passed his teammate. He's up into P12. Cuts the corner at the exit. Just a good measure. And he's now on the back of Poe. Can't make the move though.
Got FGE Alfie in the box.
Oh, there's an Aston Martin parked in the middle. I think everyone avoided it.
Look at this. See if anyone had damage. Looks like they've all got through it quite cleanly.
Apart from Alfie, Alfie's now in the pits and out the pits. And his day goes from, well, boring to now boring at the back by himself.
Do you know what? You know Phil's car? He's probably that's just porpoising.
Is the porpoise? He's still going for it as well. Bless him. What a hero. What do you think he's listening to in there?
Oh, there goes Ramsey.
Oh, Groundsy, no.
Oh, Paulina has got a time penalty of 3 seconds. He is now in the top 10.
Fair play to Groundsy for waiting absolutely everyone to get past, and he will get going again. Yeah, very unlucky for the driver. Had a very good qualifying and now has a lot of work to do to get himself back into this race.
Oh, he's gone around again.
His tyres on fire. Oh,
Oh, he's gone again.
stop it, Gary. Stop bullying the poor man.
Oh, he's just nearly just wiped out FGE Alfie on the racing line. TS9's probably has said,
And now he's out.
as he's out, and it's not a safety car, it's a virtual safety car.
Yeah,
TS9 has put, Phil is probably listening to It's Friday then, Saturday, Sunday, what? The remixed version.
Right, I'll take your word for that, whatever god-awful music that is you're referencing.
I don't know if he listens to that.
And by the way, the safety car is out. So we have a full track safety car.
Bit late. Damn you, Michael Massey. And also the driver's going to have to be careful because the safety car is on the racing line. And I've known it to just suddenly go across the track into you at any second.
So there
That
it
kind of
is.
helps Alfie catch up now.
Apart from he's put on the soft tyres.
Why didn't he go back on? It's hard to get started with. He's only done one. Oh my god, that's
Oh,
it's gone bad to worse.
yeah, not fun. Cruz is joining in with TS9. With a good old sing-song in the chat. Well, at least one of us is having fun.
No, I think Phil's having fun.
He's not
Also,
doing
I've just
too
noticed the Ferrari's
badly.
going to be double stacking.
Oh, Ferrari.
Oh, it's not that. Object fungus hasn't been held for too long. Oh, but he's now been held, waiting for people to come up to go past. Yeah.
Ugh.
Just gets in front of Mag User. Nocco does. And Object's now behind Hirsch on a set of mediums. Ads has had another front wing change. But he's still got his dry food to serve. Alfie's back in pits. In his third stop. Oh, he listened to me. He's putting on those hards. How many stops has he made already? He's already made 3 stops and he's only done 5 laps. Have a massive coughing fit and that make you feel better. Get it all out.
Nope.
As driver's really sitting quite closely to the back of that safety car.
Yeah, poor old Bert. He's been pushed round the corners, bullied, just like he is in real life.
To be fair, I wouldn't sit too close because the last time I saw someone sit that close was actually, unfortunately, Mag User at Imola last season, where the safety car just broke and threw him up into the air.
That could never happen in this game, Gary.
It's
This game is perfect,
game.
and it doesn't have any bugs. Especially Feel the Power. Their car definitely not bugging at all at the moment. It's definitely intended porpoising, especially around the corners. Of course.
It's just showing you how bumpy the track is.
Yeah. Could that be a faulty suspension arm then? Or 4?
Whatever it is, it shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. I don't think Alfie's quite close enough to make it come in this lap.
No, it would usually call it about halfway down that back straight.
It would usually call it at the end of Sector 2, just like it does at every other track.
But I know yesterday it was a really late safety car in this lap.
Yeah, it's all down to when the last person catches up to the back of the pack, or when there's 3 laps to go, or something like that.
This game is so boring. I can't even code that we can get safety car finishes under the safety car. They keep claiming they've made the most realistic Formula 1 games, but some of the stuff that happens in Formula 1...
Well, to be fair...
they haven't coded.
To be fair, Max Verstappen isn't in this race, so... there'd be no need.
Someone's gone... Flinny just spun in the background.
Oh, Flinny.
Oh, thank God there's ghosting, because he's reversing right in the middle of everyone.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why he's ghosted, because ghosting should be off.
Oh, no. everyone's had to give the positions back.
It did
Because
look.
technically he was moving, so technically everyone has to slow down and let him back through.
Did someone lose their front wing there by any chance? I saw some bits. It might have been a braking board.
Have a look. Yeah, if someone did, you were right. Gopher lost his front wing.
Oh, Gopher.
There we can see Clatter and Gopher in this lap.
Why will Collateral Ads be coming in?
He's got a drive-through penalty.
Because he's got a drive-through penalty, Gary, for God's sake. Anyway, let's get ready to rumble as AMS Drive goes nice and early. As he caught Feel out. Not quite, although the gap now 9 tenths. As into turn 1 goes Tornado and Drobel. Tornado comes out on top on the exit. Alfie. That's interesting, right? That's halfway down the straight. What's happened there? Has he gone into the back of someone? Because of the restart?
No idea. No idea. Iniesta gets his first penalty of the race.
Oh, it's not ideal for the Haas man. So we see Drive just about getting towards that 1 second window to break the DRS when it becomes available. We'll see if he can hold it. And he comes through the final corner onto lap 9 of 35. We'll look at Nocco, who looks like he had to take evasive action there. Takes the escape road. And I'll tell you, it's nice to see the game not actually penalising him there, as his teammate goes up his inside into turn 1. There were no team orders there, as Object goes flying past. Yeah, it's not been...
Drobel Tornado.
Let's jump there. Tornado gets around the outside, loses the back end, and hangs on for the moment. Drobel might have a look at him into the next corner. No, he doesn't. He's too far back. Chooses not to, and he slots in behind. Adds 2. Meanwhile, in P5, watching the back of these two, just salivating. He's yet to stop on those hard tyres, but he can go long yet. Another safety car might bring him into it towards the end if he can put on a set of softs. Yeah, still just follows these guys through. Poella also. Poe's having a good race down in P6.
We'll ask you for the next, when the race is over, we'll ask her what the pronunciation of the name is.
Yeah, also managing to follow Poe through is Monkey Boy Kurt. He's now up into 7th. He's not pit on these mediums yet, but he is making his way forwards. Behind him is Brookie Min, and Brookie right on the back of him now, as we see the DRS flap open up. He's not quite close enough here.
Oh, there's a massive accident behind.
Yeah, Iniesta's gone round again.
And it's caused her, Schenkers and Lexus to get stuck in it.
Yeah, Monkey's picked himself up a 3-second penalty. Let's take a quick look at the score. Just the 3 seconds of Poe, Monkey, Flynn, Collateral Ads and Gopher.
Bruiser said it's pronounced as Poya. I think Post is better. Doing quite well to hold on to the back of Ads too. He's also pulling away from Brookie Min. As I've noticed that Phil has got back into the DRS of AMS Drive and is in striking distance.
Yeah, could we see a move into that last corner? We'll see the gap does open up slightly on the exit. It's up to 9 1/3 tenths. Meanwhile, Object Fungus getting past Beamer Boy. Oh, Beamer Boy's dropped it! Oh, and he's come across the track!
Up. He's left the session. Please don't move. Oh, thank God.
You sure he's left the session?
Yeah, it did say left the session, but I'm going to invite him back.
Well, if he did leave the session, I want to say that the AI was very, very good about coming back on track then. It's as comes into the pits, AMS Drive, still in the lead then from Feel the Power. He is 6 tenths back as Hirsch gets himself another penalty. Well, gets himself a penalty. Adds himself to the list. Nocco, in the meantime, is past Monkey Boy. So both the Ferrari lads making their way back up the grid. Now on 7-lap old medium tyres, and they're going to need to do something in order to get themselves to the end of the race, and I think that will involve the hard tyres.
Oh, something's happened.
Oh, looks like
I think Gopher. Oh, he's lost another front wing.
oh dear. The Tornado's starting to drop back a little bit now, as Ads and Drobel now past the Haas man. Next up to have a look is Poe on her debut, carrying 6 seconds of penalties. Of course, I can't say too much because that's half as much as I had last night. But I tell you what, I didn't have 6 seconds on lap 13. I also wasn't going anywhere near this fast, to be fair.
To be fair, like, we can't name and shame anybody who gets penalties around here. It is so easy to get penalties around here.
Yeah. Brookie pushing Poe through the hairpin as he got a good drive off the corner. He did initially, but in the second phase it looks like Poe had the better traction, and Brookie's now pulling out of the move down into 4th and settles back in to P7. That is just inviting Object Fungus to launch one up the inside into turn 1. What a move from the Ferrari man. Brookie, I'm sure, will be disappointed with that, to say the least, as Tornado picks himself up another penalty.
So, just to let you know, David.
Yes, Gary.
Beamer Boy's car is a ghost, AI.
Fantastic.
He didn't lag out. He rage quit.
Fantastic.
So that car will be disqualified. Oh no, who's that? Oh, Hirsch has gone round. What have you done, Hirsch?
Hirsch, he's cursed himself.
Yeah,
it's not been anyone else. Looks like there's a bit of argy-bargy going on in the last sector.
Oh no, Poe. Don't let Object through.
Oh!
Did you see that? Buckingham moved him at the last second and absolutely Object Fungus nearly just wiped him out.
Oh, Brookie, you can't, mate.
Some angry...
Can't be doing moves like that. As that is Gopher being lapped. Oh, there's a tornado facing the wrong way.
virtual safety car. Oh my god, you shouldn't even took out Henkers. Henkers is just avoid it. As Poe, Lena, has picked once she got overtaken by Object Fungus, so maybe she has just done a blinder there. She's boxed as the virtual safety car, so she's kind of may have gained some time. I really hope they don't have the virtual safety car glitch, where it gives you a delta where you cannot slow down in time.
Speaking of making the most, in comes AMS Drive from the lead of the race, and yeah, the VSC is over, but AMS has definitely gained some time off of there. Feel the Power has made some good gains on ads in second. Let's see where AMS Drive comes out as Tornado retires in the pits. So unlucky, Tornado, doing so well, and then unfortunately spins around at in midway through sector 1. Unlucky that man. So we've got the local sector 3 yellows, but that is it. And I tell you what, AMS Drive is now 3.5 seconds behind Nocco and Object Fungus. But importantly, he has a pit stop in hand, so he doesn't need to stop again, but these guys do.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We've seen Object Fungus do some incredible stints on his tyres in the earlier races, but we've also seen AMS Drive do the same thing as well. I think he did 33 laps on a set of mediums round Zandvoort, which they shouldn't have gone that on, but he somehow managed to do it, so he is the resident tyre whisperer. Oh, okay. We're seeing Nocco now going on the back of Ads 2, and Phil's got an 8-second gap. So all he needs to do is not make mistakes. As I say that, he does the biggest rock up into the hairpin. That's not going to make his tyres any better. Okay, Tornado, or up now Tornado. He got hit at the hairpin and gave him 4 damage, which made the car undrivable. Still has boxed. So, oh, who's that? Is that? Oh, Gopher's gone round again. Clatoads has gone round. Oh no. Oh, he's struggling to do it. Oh, well, there goes his end plate.
Yeah.
Slightly tapped the wall and just taking his end plate off.
Into the pits he must go as Feel the Power comes out just in front of Mag User then, but the warm-up is going to be a struggle for those hard tyres. Let's see if Feel the Power can actually keep it ahead of Mag User while he warms them up. You see the understeer is real there, and Mag User will have DRS, but Feel the Power will defend, and Mag User chooses not to try.
Oh, and Object Fungus has got past the ads too.
Yep, so
in the hairpin.
Back to the familiar story of a 1-2-4 Ferrari, but adds 2 coming back at him. 17 lap old hard tyres. He's got to pit soon, but so do these guys in front. AMS Drive, meanwhile, in P4, he's just less than 3 seconds back as he sets the fastest lap of the race on those hard tyres. Could it be a triumphant return for AMS Drive tonight? I know there's at least one person in the comms box that would love to see it happen, and I'm not talking about Gary.
Excuse me, we'll be happy to see him back.
Well, I said there'd be at least one person. As Ads has got the fishy helmet. Yes. Up the fishy helmet.
I'm still surprised Fish Sticks has not started.
He doesn't have the podium pass, so he's not going to buy it.
Why? I think Brookie's just gone past Lexus.
Oh yeah, driving occasionally happens. And there he is. He's 1.7 seconds back off Henkers, which could leave him a bit of a sitting duck into this DRS zone. Oh, he's dropped it round.
There he is.
Out of the exit of turn 4.
Oh dear. I'll see you tomorrow night, mate. Will you become my engineer?
Yep. Adds 2 in the pits then. He goes on to the mediums.
Nocco and Adds 2 actually needed that. He's not going to lose as much time now. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's a safety car, so
Is it? Oh, it's a full safety car. So, this is the lifeline that Nocco and Object needed.
I don't actually know, because what are they going to go on? Are they going to go back on their hard tyres?
They've not been on the hard tyres. They started on the softs, didn't they?
And yeah, you're right.
Yes, I know I am.
But they're going to drop further back.
The double stack is going to hurt, but...
no it's not, because Objects is slowing down.
He's not...
He's backing off.
You need about 7 seconds, I think.
But he's trying to go off as slow as he can.
Yeah, and he's not going to get that. He needed to slow down much sooner.
Hold on a minute. Oh, it's not that much of a wait.
Yeah, but he's going to wait now, though. Oh, no, they're not. They've somewhat improved it. Great double stack from the Ferrari guys. And let's see where Nocco comes out. Nocco comes out P5, that's going to be. And...
oh, for...
Object, meanwhile, comes out P8. Flynn has chosen the wrong tyres and has come back in to change them. How did he drive around for a lap on the Inters and we didn't notice?
I did, but I noticed. I went, oh, for God. My controller disconnected and I went, oh, for God's sake, David, Fiestas on mediums, on Inters.
Yeah, but he'd literally gone round the whole lap by the time that was happening.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Have you seen what tyres Object's gone on to?
Why is he going on softs? No.
Surely he can't get those to the end.
Bungus to win now with those softs. There's no chance those softs. I did a practice race with the softs and I was only able to get them to 11 laps and they won 75% by the end. They were absolutely dead. There is no chance.
Well, it's a bold strategy.
If he can get them to the end, I've given him a round of applause.
Give him a round of drinks, mate. Under safety car and saving life. I mean, it's not going to be about 11. It's going to be... Oh, saying that, Gopher is quite a way behind.
12, 13 laps, I reckon.
Gopher is a lap and a fairway behind. Well, is he a lap behind? I don't know.
Well, he's had 5 stops.
Yeah, he's probably a lap behind. Yep, he's on lap 20. And the leader's on lap 22.
Well, he just needs to catch the back of the field. Poe is doing alright in P9.
Yeah, not bad from the debutant. I think I think he's probably going to get to. It'll be 13 when they cross the line this time. I think it will be. Next lap. So it'll be 12 laps. 12 racing laps on those softs. And indeed, this is Yorkie, not Gary. Henker's brave not to pit. Yep, very brave from the Alfa Romeo driver. He's currently running P4 on 17 lap old hard tyres. I don't think those hard tyres will be wanting to go the rest of this race, but he's definitely going to give it a try.
I reckon the safety car's going to be in this lap because I think Rover's going to catch the back of the field.
Yes, Gary. I already said that. Unless he pits now.
Nope.
No. That would have been quality if he had a pit.
Nope. With this safety car, I think this is causing problems for Drive now. Because he's got Phil, who's got 2 lap fresher tyres than him, right behind him.
Yeah, very true, but at the same time... Oh, has Poella gone round? Yeah, Poe's gone round.
Oh!
And, yeah, heartbreak for the McLaren driver.
Oh!
As she taps her rear wing. Hopefully no damage there. Oh, safety car is in this lap.
Oh dear. Keep going, don't retire, just get in the box, get your front wing. There may be a late safety car. Just
yeah.
Keep going, never retire.
Absolutely, and while the safety car is coming in, Gary, it's a reminder that FPRL is brought to you by September. So, during the month of September, everyone gets 30% off their Twitch subscriptions so make sure to renew your sub this month if you have one. It will cost you only £3.99, I think, anyway, as we are back underway. As AMS Drive does get away well. Feel the power once again sticking with him. Drobel now on the back. As well as Nocco's picked up a penalty early doors after the safety car. And that's not going to be great for his race. And a wild ads appears out of nowhere on the fresh mediums as object comes through. So from going to make a move right up to losing a position. Are we going to see some team orders from the Ferrari lads? Looks like Nocco pulled out just a little bit as Ads gets the drive off Nocco on the corner. So in the end he gets his man. But Nocco now in the slipstream. He's not close enough, surely. No, as he pulls him back behind. A little wiggle on the exit there from Ads. And let's see what Object can do. As Object makes his way past Henkers into P4.
Henkers has got a puncture, I think.
There's no way Henkers has a puncture after only 20 laps. He gets hit around by Ads. Ads 2 hits him round. Oh, such bad luck for Henkers. Running high up the order. And that means that he's now going to be right at the back with Poe, unfortunately. Meanwhile, at the front, Object Fungus has 2 seconds to make up from Drobel in P3. But those
soft time penalty.
Drobel does have a time penalty, but it's more about catching up to the pack of 3. To get to first and second, first you have to catch third. And Drobel going around that last corner very nicely indeed. You saw the dirt kicked up by the rear right of Drobel. Briefly there from Object Fungus's view. And that gap now 1.6 seconds as Hirsch and Monkey Boy fighting tooth and nail through turns 1 and 2. It looks like Monkey's got the move done, but is there a switchback? No, Hirsch doesn't poke it up the inside into turn 3. As Poe puts in the fastest lap of the race. Whew! Oh, Poe. Then proceeds to get a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, I think was already out the pot. I think even if there was a late safety car, I think the penalties already had doomed her.
Yeah, very possibly. Still got 16 runners left with 9 laps to go. 8 laps to go. No, 9 laps, including this lap now. As Object Fungus does go fastest, he's caught up 1.1 seconds over that past lap. He's now firmly in the slipstream and the DRS of Drobel in P3. Still 8 laps left to go. Can he make those softs last? As the host has left the session. Thank you very much for that. As we saw a little bit of fuzz going off with regards to people's cars. Ads, meanwhile, gets himself a 3-second penalty. He's in P5 at the moment. Let's take another quick look at penalties. So that's 3 for Drobel, Ads, Nocco, Fliniesta, Monkey Boy, Kurt, Hirsch.
On Drobel. Breezes past him.
Yeah, I don't think Drobel fought that too hard.
Yeah, but Drobel even had DRS and still was just like he wasn't even there. It was like a GP2 engine. Ah.
So at the moment that looks like that's the podium gone for the McLaren driver. As Gopher picks up his second penalty. Yeah, it's not been the greatest of races from let's go from Monkey Boy. It's really expected better things. I know he's quite confident coming into this race. As Gary said, he's had the week off work, so he's had plenty of practice. It's just not gone too well for him when the race has got started. He's sitting in P12. Looks unlikely to get a point today, unfortunately.
I think it's just the safety cars have done monkeying, because he was sitting near the bottom end of the points. I think the timing of the safety cars has stiffed him here.
Yeah. So we've got Fliniesta, who's had a very good recovery from being round the wrong way. He does have a 3-second penalty, but he has recovered well, and he's sitting in P9 at the moment. And that will get him a solitary point as things stand. But he's right in the back of Brookie and Magusa. Magusa potentially looking up the inside. That was a late move from Magusa. Brookie leaves him room, and Magusa.
Oh my God. Gopher has just killed Polina.
Oh, Gopher. And
He comes back on, he spins, comes back on the racing line. Polina has no chance to avoid it. And it's just absolute. Oh God, look at Henkers, he just comes into these 2 cars. He's like, where do I go? Through the middle of them.
Yeah, through the middle.
Surely
goes Henkers.
Gopher's way.
Oh, Gopher, what have you done?
perfect clip of that.
Oh,
Everyone's
dear.
boxing. Oh no, what's Drive done? He hasn't boxed. Objects on a new set of softs. When Iniesta stayed out.
Well, let's
so
see
he's
how many
risking it.
people first don't
Monkey.
box. Well, Monkey's not boxed either. Okay. So there's only 4 drivers that haven't pit. So that doesn't bode too well for AMS Drive.
Yeah, but the thing is, you think Phil, Object, Drobal, and everyone else who's boxed for these softs are gonna have to try and get past Flynn, Hirsch, and Monkey. And if
You
AMS
saw
Drive can get
how
away-
much pace Object had on those fresh softs.
Yeah, but we're only gonna have maybe 2 laps of racing, so there won't be any DRS.
If I know FPRL, and I do, I'm going to see a lot of lunges from soft runners on the hard runners.
I remember you saying this in the 5 Champion. You're like, if I know ads, and I know ads, he's going to lunge it round this corner. Oh, yep, and I know him because he's just lunged it.
That's definitely not something I would say.
We were watching it last night, so I know you said it.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, Gopher in the chat. I'm so sorry. Don't apologise to us.
You apologised to the first female driver in FPRL and you just wiped her out.
Oh dear.
Disgraceful behaviour.
Yeah. So, as I so rushed in towards the end of the last safety car, I did mention to you that the stream is sponsored by September. I'm not going to read that ad again. I say read that ad as if I've got it written down in front of me. Oh dear. Shall we have a word from our other sponsor, Gary?
I don't know. Can we? We have to have 2 sponsors?
I think we got... Well, the safety car's not in this lap and it won't be.
Just seeing Cruiser and Yorkie make the 2 best jokes. It goes, go for Victory took Takeo out to Victory.
Jesus
and Yorkie
Christ.
puts Hirsch. And then Yorkie puts Hirsch needs to defend like a lion right now.
Yeah, Hirsch for the sake of his teammate,
more for Monkey.
Does need to be
Monkey.
Alonso to AMS Drive's Ocon.
I think that should be more fair pointed at Monkey because he's in the Alpine.
Yeah, but Hirsch and Drive are in the Williams.
Yeah. Same with, I think Ocon told Alonso to, in Hungary last year.
Defend like a lion.
Like
yes,
a lion, yeah.
And they were in the Alpine, but Monkey Boy's teammate is out of the race and not in first. Therefore, it should be Hirsch, as Yorkie said. Jesus Christ, Gary. And it is blue. It is basically the same thing. So
there's too many blue cars on this fucking grid.
There is absolutely too many blue cars. Anyway,
Red Bull go back to white, please.
Yes, moving on. We were going to talk about the other sponsor. Of course, we have September, where you can get some money off every sub to your favourite Twitch channels, including FP Racing League. We're also sponsored by what we sponsored, David's Bevy of the Week. I know it's coming in. So David's Bevy of the Week this week is, I'll tell you what, my throat still hurts, so I'm on the JD Honey and
I was gonna make a joke, say Corona. That's what you're on.
Hey, what's Gary drinking?
Water, because my throat's dead.
Bottle of water
A bottle of water.
for the Gaznado. As we're winding up towards the restart.
There won't be any DRS.
Old Drobel.
Hopefully we'll get some time.
Old Drobel.
He goes.
And yep, there he does go. And there's been a bit of a slow start from a few drivers behind.
Oh my word.
I just had to take massive evasive action there. Lost plenty of places in turns 1 and 2, but he does safely rejoin. So fair play to that man. Oh, and there they are in the middle sector. Monkey Boy's getting swamped. Brookie's round.
Collected mag user Henker's.
Oh no.
Well. You did say there was going to be some lunges.
Yeah. And Monkey Boy now then. He's both Object and Feel the Power have got past. We'll have a look at Feel the Power go around the outside of Hirsch. What happened to defending like a lion?
More like a fucking tabby cat. But Hirsch is coming back.
Up the tabby as Hirsch will possibly have a look. No, he pulls out of it. And he's got a bad exit. And Object Fungus goes flying straight past as well. He's going to be hunting down AMS Drive, who's 1.5 seconds up the road. Oh, more drivers getting penalties. Let's slip on the penalties and see who's losing out. At the moment it would be an AMS Drive, Object Fungus and Fliniesta podium.
Yes, because he's in front of Phil. But if Phil can get past, he'll get the final podium position. As Yorkie says it, this is where everyone goes mental.
Yeah, Hirsch getting passed by the other Ferrari and the McLaren as they come together, and Hirsch gets past. Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh! Oh, fucking hell.
There was a lot of cars going side by side there.
Well, all I'm going to say is Monkey Boy just entered the hairpin basically sideways. Was able to hold on to it.
Yeah, and Nocco has lost a place. Oh, and he got all sorts of wobbly under the braking, and he loses another position as we go on to the last lap. As the guys fighting at the back, Mag User, Henkers and Beamer Boy. Mag User gets past Henkers. And Beamer Boy now having a look as well. Beamer Boy on 18 lap old mediums will jump back to the front as Object. It doesn't look like he's gonna get past.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Drobel and Mads have had a bit of an issue.
As well as, was that Beamer Boy as well?
Here comes Object Focus!
An Object lunges up the inside into the hairpin. The gap to the leader is too much, surely, at this point. He's going to pray for an AMS penalty at the last corner. He's giving it absolutely everything. But AMS Drive is going to win this one. And he shows his appreciation to the Canadian fans across the line. AMS Drive wins in Canada. Moving further back, the penalties come in, and picking up the final points is Brookie.
Oh my god, he's just taken it away from Monkey by 1600ths of a second.
Thousandths, yeah, very, very close.
Monkey's going to be absolutely fuming with Brookie basically backwards 2 laps from the end.
Yeah. Anyway, I actually didn't see who else was on the podium.
It was Phil. Phil got the third.
Yeah. So Phil got in front of Fliniesta then. So unfortunate for Flynn because he had a fantastic race, but Feel the Power also having a fantastic race. And Beamer Boy really did do a rage quit, didn't he?
Yep. He left the lead straight away.
Oh.
Hate to see that.
Yep. So here is your top 10 then. In 10th place by 16 thousandths from Monkey Boy is Brookie Min. P9 is Alfa Romeo. P8 is Noko Got. P7 is Hirsch. P6 Mag User. Lexus in P5. Fliniesta, a great race in P4. Feel the Power, Object Fungus and AMS Drive are your podium sitters tonight. And we're gonna take a quick break while we wait 12 seconds for the counter to go down. A big thank you for the follow, Dan Hardy14. Much appreciated. And here we go. Did you do the race director pictures, Gary? I'm sure you did.
Already done.
Good boy.
I'd have to take up my phone this time.
Fantastic. So. Come on. Come on, game. I'll pull up the virtual showroom. Let's go all the way, not quite all the way to the end. Here you go, here's the Williams. So, we are joined here by all three of the podium sitters, nice and quick into the party. You'll love to see it. And Gary, what on earth was that noise?
I have no idea. Oh, it's Phil.
What?
Fantastic. Well, Gary, do you wanna take it away with the interviews?
So after that intense ending to the Canadian Grand Prix, I'm here with our third place man, Phil the Power. Taylor. So Phil, it was a very, very good drive from yourself. A little bit unlucky to get that penalty. You were pushing AMS Drive all the way. Other than that, how do you feel your race went?
Yeah, I thought it was a great battle with Toby. You know, we've been racing against each other for quite a long time, so it was good fun. But I just made a few too many just little mistakes, so didn't quite deserve the win. But I'm happy with the podium.
Yeah, I'll also mention the last lap, well, sprint as we're going to call it. You were obviously on softs along with Object, and we were watching you two carve your way through the field. We also saw that last lap overtake on Fliniesta to take the podium. Did you think once you boxed for those softs that you may be able to beat Toby?
Yeah, that's what I was pushing for. I managed to make good progress initially, but just on the last lap I was a bit trigger happy on the throttle, trying to get a good exit, so I nearly lost the car actually completely, so I gathered it up and then got back past Flynn, so yeah, for the podium, so that was good stuff.
Yeah, and I should remember this, obviously our next track in the calendar is Silverstone. Will you be racing? That'd be the first thing to say. And is it a good track for you or not so good?
Well, it's my absolute favourite track, but I'm off to uni, so I don't actually know whether I'll be able to race, but if I do, that'll be great, and I'm looking forward to it.
I think me and Dave will both say if you were an absolute surprise today, I don't think either one of us thought you would be up there, but giving us a good show.
Cheers. Thanks.
On to you, David.
Well, speak for yourself, Gary. I knew he had the pace in him. It's just so good to see drivers racing so close, so clean. So congratulations to you, Feel the Power. On to second place. I don't get to do this that often, but Object Fungus, P2 for you today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep, so we started off the day with a wet qualifying. What was your reaction when you loaded into the lobby and saw the full wets on the screen?
I was very. I didn't know how my pace is in the wets. I feel like I've never driven in the wet in this game, and it was a very new feeling. And I think it wasn't even that bad what I made, but I was. It would have been better if it would have been dry, to be fair.
Yeah, of course. And moving on towards the end of qualifying, you found yourself in P4 at the end. I think that might be the first time in quite a while you've not been on pole. So, did that phase you at all going into the start of the race?
Well, I mean, I tried to push it in the last lap of qualifying as much as I could. I lost a bit of time in the first sector as I was definitely struggling on getting onto the throttle, and just overshot it in the end on the last chicane. But I was confident on my pace, but I was worried about the drivers in front, with all they're all fast, so I was not too sure in terms of strategy to what take.
Yeah, and obviously the wet start to quali did allow you to use the softs a bit more in the race, which I'm sure you're thankful for due to the amount of safety cars we had. But moving on to next week, as Gary says, we are at Silverstone.
Want to talk about my race?
What?
That's fine. It's fine. No.
Well,
I thought you would.
I was going to ask you about Silverstone, but actually, no, sod it. Let's ask you. So, a few times during the race, we saw you have a little bit of with your teammate Nocco. He got, and we know he's been fast this season, but not often have we seen you racing each other. Were there a little bit team orders there tonight? Obviously, you did double stack a couple of times, but do you feel?
Awful, yeah.
Do you feel it was all respectful?
Yeah, it was definitely respectful. It was. It didn't have a lot to do with teammates. I think we had a very clean and fair battle. There weren't any kind of team orders because I think we had probably about the same speed. So it was just position on track. No one wanted to really concede position. So in the end, where I was in the softs and he was in the hards, he let me pass pretty easily. But it was a lot of I had a lot of battles. So I feel like I've made probably 70 overtakes this race, seeing how often I was at the back of the field. And finishing P2 after this kind of race is still a very good result. One more lap and it would have probably been more, but happens.
Yep. So congratulations to you on your P2. I'm going to hand it off for Silverside Boy to interview tonight's winner.
Well, I'm excited for this. And I'm so happy to say this, but the prodigal son has returned. In AMS Drive, he comes back and he's taken the win for the Canadian Grand Prix. So, Drive, my first question: have you got anything to say to your teammate for tonight?
Who's my teammate tonight?
Hirsch.
I mean, I didn't quite see behind, but I'm sure he did a great job defending. I was just kind of focused on getting the hards up to 10, to be honest. But if he defended like a lion, thank you very much.
There you go,
I have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, he absolutely did. He held everyone back, including Object and Phil, so you could get the gap. We saw in Quarry you were quite quick in the wet conditions, very smooth. Didn't look that fast, but it just was very smooth on the throttle and everything. Were you a bit worried about the wet conditions once you saw them when we loaded into the lobby?
Yeah, when we loaded Q1 and I saw the full wet, I just shat myself. Like, I have not done like any wet running on this game, let alone much running at all. So, yeah, definitely in the deep end, the full wets just felt terrible. But the intermediates actually felt like really good. If Q3 was with intermediate conditions, I would have definitely had a better chance and been a bit more competitive. But yeah, I didn't really mind. But yeah, the full wets was not the one.
Yeah, my final question is, will we see you next week? And if we are you looking forward to Silverstone?
Not a great track for me, I don't think. I'm not sure. You might not see me next week, but you'll definitely see me again.
I think Bitter will be happy to see you back.
Well, yeah,
Missed you.
It's good to see everyone on track.
Yep, it's good to see someone actually challenging Object Fungus.
Well, it was
Sorry,
really
Object.
close. Like, as you said, one more lap, but could have gone either way. I definitely should have hit it for soft at the end, but got away with it.
David, anything to say to Toby?
Not much other than congratulations. Love to see you back in the races, and good to see you back on the top step. Until next time, I suppose.
Thank you, David. It's good to hear the beautiful voices of Tier 1 again.
And Gary.
It's not been it's not been us every week. Just I'm going to put that out there.
Yeah. So that's your podium interviews for tonight. Just one thing left to do then before we sign off, Gary. You know what it is. Who's your driver of the day?
I'm going to give it to the man that actually, I would say, gave AMS Drive the win tonight. I'm going to give it to Hirsch. If Hirsch hadn't defended as he did, I don't think Drive probably would have had the gap to keep Object on that final lap. So I'm going to give Hirsch the driver of the day.
Yeah, fair point. Had a bit of a calamity after calling himself out for pole in Q1 and then going out in Q1. But recovered well during the race. Yeah, great drive from Hirsch. He's Gary's driver of the day. I think that's about it then, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. So, yeah, anyway, that's been the Tier 1 race at Canada. Tune in tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, British summertime, for the Tier 2, where Gary will be racing. So feel free to tune in and watch him struggle bus his way around Canada.
Say that, but I finished second and fourth, so you be quiet.
Yeah, well, fair enough. And of course, Sunday tune in for the F2. I don't know where we are in F2. We're somewhere in F2. We're Austria. Austria.
Yeah, we're in Austria with me and Cruiser on the comms box.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. But in the meantime, I've been David Lawface, your host for this evening, joined by
Riverside Boy, or Gaznado, or whatever you want to call me.
Gazza. And this has been the Fair Play Racing League, FP Racing League. Congratulations to the podium sitters. And from us all, good night.